Now this is the spirit level. Now through the spirit level you can actually, there's a vertical, horizontal and a diagonal spirit level. The bubble should be all centered up, and that way you'll know that your surface is perfectly horizontal. You can see the surface on which I've actually kept the product is more or less horizontal. Now we have a adjustable wrench. Okay, now it's good enough, it's quite good for, let me show you, it's quite good for smaller nuts and bolts, but you see the maximum aperture is 150, the minimum is 6 mm to 150 mm is the opening for the adjustable wrench, and 150 is not enough to open up cocks and tabs at home. Okay, I tried that, I failed. So maybe you can't do a lot of plumber's job, but for opening small nuts and bolts you can actually manage. It looks very sturdy, shiny, the finish is very good. This drill machine itself, people, the Find It Was drill machine, it hammers the surface 41,600 times in 1 minute. That's quite decent. It weighs 1.5 kilos and it does a decent job. I wouldn't say it's very easy or it's very easy to lift the the drilling machine. It's not exactly very lightweight, and it's not like knife and butter. It's not, you actually sweat sometimes when I actually drill up, I drill holes. I wouldn't say it's a very easy job, but yeah, it does a decent enough job, right? At times you should be using safety goggles and safety gloves too, because at times I've noticed that, at times, very rarely, a spark may escape the body and may hit your hand. But that's something that's happened only once or twice maybe. I think only once, right? We have a claw hammer with a rubberized grip, which is cool, right? We have a combination plier, a cutter and a plier. This one, right? We have a utility knife. I'm not going to tell you how this actually works. I think most of you actually know that. And we have a measuring tape, a 2-meter measuring tape, which is quite thin, flimsy, fragile. I didn't find this product very reasonable. Seriously, they could have done a lot better here. Okay, but everything else is quite sturdy, people. The screws provided, the nylon plugs provided are all quality. The drill bits seem very good, high quality. The drilling machine, the hammer drill itself is pretty good, pretty cool. Does a decent job, but it's it's not effortless drilling. You do need an effort. Maybe my walls, my concrete walls are very solid, very sturdy themselves. I don't know, but I thought it's not really effortless. You need to put a lot of effort. Okay, this one advice I would like to give you: when trying to drill the tiles, you'll be using the center, these drill bits, the ones that you actually have for the concrete. These are the ones that you're actually going to use, but they're going to slip. They're going to slip left and right on the tile. So what you're going to do, there's a trick that I learned off YouTube. You're going to use a tape, so you know what a steel grip is? The anchor tapes that the electricians actually use. You're gonna make a plus sign on the tiles. It's a kind of a cello tape. The steel grip and the anchor tapes that the electricians actually use. Make a plus sign, and then put your drill bit while you're actually trying to drill, and then it's not gonna slip, because that's a rough surface. That's not exactly so smooth as a tile. So make a plus sign on the wall with the steel grip kind of a cello tape or a tape, and then drill through the tiles, and you actually find it easy. Now there's another tip I would like to give you: do not apply too less or too much of a pressure. Either way, you're going to find it difficult. So the the appropriate pressure is what you actually need to apply. Also make sure that with the help of the turnkey, you tighten it enough, people. because if it's loose, it can actually come loose and can fly off in any direction, hurting any person around you, or it can actually impact anything around you and actually can damage it. And as I said, it's good to have some kind of safety glasses, safety gloves, if you can actually manage that, though not a part of the parcel, right? Not a part of the briefcase kind of a box structure that it actually came in. Right, what else do I need to talk about? I think I've already spoken about everything except this thing. This, I'm not too sure what exactly this is, what it actually does. It bears numbers 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe it's some kind of, untightening, unscrewing kind of a non-tightening bolt, something like that. I'm not too sure. I'm not used to it, so I really won't be able to comment out here. I didn't find anything on the website, on the Bosch website. Okay, and yeah, it comes with 6 months warranty of Flipkart. I actually paid 3,600 out there to get the product home. Righto. So my verdict is that you can actually use it. You can buy it. You should buy it. You avoid the plumbers and the electricians. These guys, they're a rip-off these days. They're getting more and more expensive, exorbitant, and I would want to do my own work my way, slow and steady, and you can actually do that with practice. It isn't too difficult at all, people. Let's rely, self-help is the best help, no doubt about that. You save some money too in the long run. Right. So people, my verdict is that you can buy it. I would rate it 4 upon 5. Right. So I hope you found this information useful. You have a good day. Bye bye. Peace.